Live right now. So
Okay.
for those of you who saw us for a couple of seconds, we're back. And for those of you who are seeing us for the first time, and I know my parents and my lovely wife, they just let us know that we weren't live again. So hopefully we'll stay live this time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So welcome. Uh, this is Fearless Flight Live, our weekly live show. And Captain Ron, for those of us joining now, why don't you let them know what's going on with your eye?
Oh, yeah. I had the surgery today where they extract the cataracts, and then you have the option of putting a new lens in there. And so I got the best one you can get. So, and my goal is not to have to wear glasses again. So I wasn't sure exactly because so many people said it's routine. Well, it is routine, but it's still sticking something in your eye and taking care of it. So I noticed it's kind of like not itchy, but when you get an irritant or something like that, it's not real comfortable sitting here looking. And this one is going to be crystal clear tomorrow, and this one is going to be the old one. And so I'm looking for an old pair of glasses so I can take one of the glasses out because the next they're going to do the right eye next week. But I had so many people. I don't know, in Canada, I'm sure they do that as well. And but it's really, I'm just grateful for the technology. I've always been grateful for the fact that aviation just kept improving and the technology kept getting better. So I'm sure people that lived back in when they invented the wheel thought they were grateful for the technology improvements there. But
For the real. So what I'm hearing you say is that you're gonna be back to your pilot's eyes in a couple of weeks' time.
yeah, I hope so.
Okay.
Hope so.
Okay.
And I had a regular presentation tonight, but I'm not going to do it because I can barely read it. And Dieter didn't know that, so he hadn't had a chance to go over it. But we'll do that last or next week. Just talking about the coaching calls I've been receiving. I get if you don't know, if you're out flying around and you're struggling and whatever, send me a text. I love responding to people. It gives me a lot of feedback. And we may have a guest next week of someone who flew, and it was stressful for her. And we've been working a lot to reset your expectations to know that when you go fly, you're going to have anxiety, especially if you haven't flown for a while, and it's a big step for you. But some people just don't fly enough, and it's still stressful leading up to that. But usually they get relief after if they repeat flying and stuff. So, but that's our focus. And we've been talking about this new website upgrade again behind the scenes. Dieter and we spent the last couple of our weekly or bi-weekly meetings talking in great detail there. We've got a killer app that we're going to come out with. What you remember the names? It's Help Me Now is going to be one of the options on there, and we'll have a much better archive of past lectures and things like that. And I am gonna
Which
do
actually
we
brings me, which, sorry, go
yeah.
ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say we'll talk. Well, I'm gonna put the monthly group slide up here if I can hit the right thing with my
And
mouse.
before that, if you're joining us or if you are watching the replay of this, I just want to make sure that you know that on Saturday, April 18th, so just that's 10 days from now, so less
Yeah.
than 2 weeks away. We're gonna be at Air Hollywood in Los Angeles. And we're going to have a class from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. there at the Air Hollywood Studios. And the next thing we wanted to let you know about is our monthly group coaching call. So what's going to be the topic this month, Ron?
We're gonna unveil in a big way. We've been doing little checks.
Mm.
We did a prototype group, I think in December. We got some great feedback, and we made a few tweaks, and we're launching this big time. Matter of fact, I created a QR code Saturday night, and I think I had like 12 people did it right there in the classroom. They took our new
Awesome.
flap survey. And so this month, I had a couple of things to highlight tonight. I had a case study I was going to go through, but on Thursday, the 23rd, is that
Yeah,
when?
it's the
Yeah,
23rd,
23rd. Yeah.
six
We're gonna do the
20.
next Fearless the monthly live group coaching webinar, and we're gonna completely unveil it. We're gonna talk about it in much greater detail, and I'm really excited about it. I know Dieter is too. We've been working on this thing for pretty much the last year now, and it's going to give you an opportunity to basically, in just like 5 minutes, you begin to identify specific patterns, understand why anxiety shows up the way it does for you, not necessarily anybody else, and you'll get personal insight, and you can that you can actually use, and that's our goal. We wanted to make this have much more mass appeal, so you don't have to talk to me, or you don't have to talk to Dieter necessarily, but you can get some insights and start helping yourself and focus the area that makes it particularly interesting. So we're going to walk everybody that shows up on the monthly group coaching on the 23rd. We're going to walk them through that, and we're going to hopefully even get you to take the thing. We're going to look at the results, and we're going to personalize it for anybody who's there. So if you've ever felt stuck or confused about your fear of flying, this is where clarity is going to begin there. So, and we didn't have a chance to really finalize this. Are we? So I'm going to keep it cryptic. Are we going to do the new fare structure there for the is the sales page, the multi-level fares that we were talking about? Oh, I
Yeah,
lost you.
by,
Oh,
by,
okay.
by next week's show, we will have a new way for you to sign up for the monthly group coaching call. Yes.
Yep.
Next,
Cheaper, and believe it or not, we're gonna give you some control over how much you want to pay
and I
for
know,
it. So
Ron, that you mentioned that the actual flight anxiety profile survey is free to take, and
yep,
you do get a personalized 10-page report. We kind of grouped it into 8 different types, and we also use a couple of other I'm gonna say psychological tools to help you hone in on your specific type of fear, and also or anxiety, and how you can use that report as kind of like a lens to look into making that step-by-step effort to change your experience, and hopefully for the better. That was our goal. And we will, like Ron said, in the monthly group coaching, we'll really do a deep dive. So if you want to participate, take the flap survey and then bring your survey results to the monthly group coaching call. That would
yep,
really be powerful, because we had that group of, I think we had about 60, yeah, about 60 beta testers. And we had a webinar afterwards with them, and it was really, really powerful and insightful, both for the people taking the survey, but also for us as well. And so we've refined a couple of things based on that, and I really think it'll be extremely helpful to you if you take that survey and see
yeah.
what your report says.
And we got a couple several people fed back that they weren't at the beginning stages. They had done a lot of work and they were out flying, and they found it validating. which was really comforting for us to find out that it did in fact describe them as they saw themselves when they go back in their history. So we're excited about that. And Dieter came up with the term lens. I've done a lot of work with personality inventories where you self-administer, you get it, and you understand some of the parameters. People get scared if they've never done anything like this. They think, well, is this going to put me in a box, or are you going to label me and I'll be stuck with that? No, it's a lens, as Dieter said. It's a lens to look at where at how your anxiety affects your behavior and where to put the energy and the interest in. And I think that's one of the most exciting things that I'm looking forward to with this. And as Dieter said, we always like to give you some ideas for next steps. So take the flap quiz. We'll put a link in here that you can do it, and then make sure you join us. And then he also mentioned the Clear for Takeoff 101 at Air Hollywood on Saturday, April 18th from 10 o'clock in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. And then on Thursday, April 23rd, the monthly live coaching webinar. So lots of good stuff coming up, and we hope you'll hang in there with us. I feel obligated to say that I was trying to put a flight together on May 30th. Not going to happen. Ironically, when Southwest, when I always used to use Southwest Airlines, and we were able then to cluster, I put a group together. We did not have to commit beforehand to get to sit all together, because we could do that by boarding early on the flight. That has changed. That has gone away, because now they're assigning all their seats. So now what we have to do is I have to go to the group reservations desk, and we have to contract for at least 10 seats. So we're talking about a pretty substantial down payment, and I have to commit 45 days before. So that didn't leave us any time to get the word out to you all. So we may do it in June. We may do it in July. We will have one coming up, and but it'll be a little bit different than the past. And so we're trying to wrap our heads around what are the mechanics going to be? How do you get in there? Who gets to come? And what do we do with coaches? Because we're going to have assigned seats. And the advantage is, I guess, because it'll be 45 days in advance, we'll probably be able to, not probably, we'll be able to block the seats together. So before we get on. So what else in the news this week? I haven't seen anything of particular. It's all been about the war down here mostly. And
I just want to answer Sandra and also Joan as well. So because we're switching our platform from the to the new one, it'll be until next week before you can sign up for the April 23rd monthly group coaching call. And Joan, at that point, you'll be probably at that point also able to access all those past monthly group coaching calls. We do have them all. The platform that we're currently using is just not as solid as we would like, and we've really put a lot of effort into making it easier and not harder and cause more stress or more anxiety.
Yeah.
So hopefully that experience will be a lot better for you. But yeah, by next Tuesday when we go live, we will have the new sign up for the monthly group coaching. The sign up for the April 18th class, that's all working. So I put that link into the chats. If you live in the LA area or can make it to LA. I remember we did one, Ron, where there was a lady, she drove from Florida. Do you remember that? That was,
Yes.
oh
Yes.
my God.
Yeah, and we've had people from the East Coast drive out here to Phoenix. And shout out to Sarah Stoddard. She's driven like 5 classes in Phoenix here from LA, And the last one, she brought her son, cute little kid, little guy, and we had a lot of fun. But so Sarah, thanks for taking that under your belt there. And yeah, so we do get people. And if you live anywhere that you can get to Burbank, it's worth it. It's worth it because of the environment and the ability to kind of induce some stress and help you get some real life practice there. So
Sarah said, "Oh, thanks, Ron. Worth every minute." So
it was. Well, it was to me, and
love
it's
to hear
touching
that.
to see her there. And it's great to be on the airplane, the real airplane, if you get to Phoenix. And we don't at this point in time we don't have enough swing anywhere at the other airports to do such a thing. But that's not to say that we aren't going to try that as we start increasing the reach that we have here. And speaking of that, I know we've been talking about this for some time, but just really current, Dieter and I have been working on this, mostly Dieter, to understand the mechanics of switching platforms. And some of you have been with us when we went through the Zenler platform, and we're going to move on from that one to a very, very capable internet platform. So what it does is it makes us able to interact with you much more directly and in a much more timely way. And the
And you'll
app
have
that,
an app, and you'll have an
yeah,
app where you actually um where you actually be able to access all of our past replays and things of that nature. Um, but yeah, I think for tonight, thanks Ron for your dedication of showing up.
yep,
And I'm getting some messages here that people can't wait for the presentation next week. So
cool.
stay tuned. Yeah, and I will put those links into the chat after we get off the air here. So
All
any
right.
last
So thanks for keeping up and following us with there. I'll keep an eye out. It'll be the other one next week. so give me another hour to recover. I notice it's helped even in the short time I've been on here, but hopefully I'll be able to see my nose in front of my face after this. So anyway, thanks Dieter. Thanks to all of you out there. And we'll see you here again next week for another episode of Fearless Flight Live. Thanks everybody.